Hi guys, welcome to this series of videos where I'm just trying to explain what's the basic difference between these three top of the line BI softwares. One of them is typical Spotfire, QlikSense, and the Tableau. So today we're going to look at one Excel sheet that we have with us, which we can load into these three different softwares and see how they all perform in terms of creating a different bar chart and a map onto them. So today I got this Excel sheet data that we are gonna load into one of these each of these softwares. This is called population, and all it does have is the name of the country and the population of that country. So pretty simple. We got like one dimension and we have one measure, and we're going to load them and see that how a bar chart and a map can be drawn overall on these three different softwares. So let's start first with the typical Spotfire. I'm just going to fire up typical Spotfire and first load this file into it. Alright, let's log in and with the regular information. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just show you. I'm just going to hit open file and then load this population right here. Alright, so as I was saying, there is a country, so each country you can see right here, and then there's a population. So one thing you got to be careful with Spotfire is that the name of the countries should match with the existing library of longitude, latitude that Spotfire has in it. So that's the basic difference, as we would see in this video, that Spotfire and Tableau, they both provide this thing called longitude, latitude, kind of a geocode library from within themselves. So you don't have to load this latitude, longitude, area maps of each country or cities. That comes like inbuilt with the Spotfire and Tableau. Not sure about if QlikView still has it, because I still looked at the latest version called QlikSense. That doesn't still have it. So we're gonna have to use a KML file to load data into it. So let's go ahead and load this first. First I'm going to do is create a bar chart, and in this bar chart, as you can see, that default it just loads up with this. We're just going to select something on the category axis, let's say country, and we're going to select something on the value axis, which is a population, and just change the color by something else. So let's say color is by the color, I'm sorry, country, and so now we have the bar chart right here. So the next chart that I'm going to build out of it is a map. So right here you can see that this is the control that we just need to click. I mean, either you can do it here, and the better is that we create a new page for this thing. Alright, I'm just gonna diminish it a little bit so we can see the map a little bit bigger over here. Alright, so you just right click it. So right now what you see is all the spots being shown on the map, which is coming out from the marker layer. So they're the marks on the map which are being represented by the population of each country. The bigger the mark, the more the population. So I'm just gonna go into the properties and look into the layers right here. So this marker layer is the one that I was talking about. So we're going to replace this with the feature layer. So I'm going to remove it, then add new feature layer for the population. Soon as we did this, you can see that the maps being shown or plotted from Spotfire's library of geocodes. So we're going to go ahead and we're using this population data table that we just loaded, and we're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit on the relationships. So this is a geocode hierarchy. If it's not there, you will have to reload it. all you gotta do is go here and just create something from the world, and right there, and then we have something called column matches. So that's where you kind of define a relationship between your you kind of define a relationship between your the Excel file that you loaded, and there's a column name called country in it, and then the relation between the default library of Spotfire, where you have the longitude and latitudes of each country. So that's where, you know, I did this. Let me just edit this a little bit. So this is a population default table that you had, which is a country, and then this is the world countries, which is already present in the Spotfire. You hit OK on that, and hit OK, and this is the relations. That's where you can manage relations as well. So let me just create a new relation right here. So this population is country, and the world countries is not continent. Obviously it's a country. Hit OK, and hit OK here, apply, hit OK. What we're going to do is represent this by population. So we're going to color it by population. Another cool thing about Spotfire is that you can add this point in it. So you're kind of representing that the countries which are with the highest population, just represent them by the red color, and the remaining ones can stay as the blue and the lighter blue with the least population. So just hit close on it, and that's it. There you go. So this is a chart in Spotfire where you can see that the countries with the highest population being shown are represented as red, whereas the ones which are far away from in terms of total people in it is kind of like little blue, and lightest blue is something that where you have the least population. So that was Spotfire. We're just gonna jump to the next one, is Tableau. And this is the open data. You just load the data from Microsoft Excel for the same Excel sheet that I had. You'll notice the huge difference between, you know, how it just fired up. Tableau is pretty fast in you know, loading itself, and then loading the Excel sheet that we just loaded. So we're gonna take this Excel sheet right here. I'm sorry, it's already there. So sheet name is 1. So again, we have country and the population. We're just gonna go to the worksheet. Doing this is gonna be really simple. So one thing you gotta be aware of loading the maps in Tableau is that you should have any region name represented as actual name of a, let's say if it's a country, then you gotta represent that by a country. If it's a state, then you represent by a state. You can't just have your own name. For example, you can't have a team over here, because Tableau has to kind of relate that geocodes with its own library, and one of them happens to be country. So what we're gonna do is we have the country right here. Just gonna click this well, first of all, we got like latitudes and longitudes, as you can see here, automatically generated for you, because Tableau kind of recognize that this is a country and it's going to have those latitude longitudes, so it did this for you. So we're just going to double click this, and as soon as you put the latitude longitude on these respective places, as you can see that the map shows up. So the next thing you got to do is put the country over here on the details, and the dots start showing up, which is not representing anything at the moment. And we're going to change that to the filled map, or we can use this as a filled map, let's say. We want the same thing. And then we use the population for the country. Pretty straightforward, right? So the next thing is we can just edit the colors right here. We can represent that by something with the red and the green. Just reverse it, and you see the same effect that you saw in Spotfire right here. Alright, the next thing is that how we do it in QlikSense. So let's go to Qlik. Again, I'm gonna just load the same. First of all, I'm gonna create a new app. Okay, so I'm just gonna create another one. Open this app. And the first thing we're gonna do is quick data load. So as you can see, all three of them just provide you a really quick way of loading the data, and we're just gonna find out where our Excel sheet is. There you go. So that's again, we got the country and the population just like before. We're gonna load this data. That's it. Now this is not enough in QlikView. What you got to do is you still have to load a KML file, as I discussed, something that allows you to load that longitude, latitude values, and that doesn't come inbuilt in QlikView. So it kind of asks you to just either you can download from somewhere or you can create your own KML file. So I downloaded the KML file. I'm just gonna go ahead and load this. So right now, let me just show you what the script looks like. I'm just gonna go to the data model viewer and hit the save here. Wait a minute, I think I didn't save it. Yeah, so that's probably right. So I didn't save it. I gotta save that again. Sorry. Just gonna go back. Okay, load data. Close it. Alright, so I got the country and the population right here. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add another KML file. The KML file exists in, hold on, let me see. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the quick data load once again. So this is the KML file that I had in the same place, and once we load it, you can see that these are the things that usually are there in the KML file. So we don't need this countries world dot point. We're just gonna do with this countries world dot name and the countries world dot area. So areas is like which defines the area in your map for each country, each point they plot to kind of create a polygon. So we're just gonna load this. Alright, it's pretty fast. So one thing in QlikSense is that you look at the data model and see how they look to each other. So right here we got the country, and this one is countries world dot name. So we gotta make sure that they both match with each other, so that there's a relationship between them. So in order to do that, we're just gonna rename one of these columns to another so that they resemble each other, and it can be loaded as a connected data set. So I'm gonna go back in the script. And name this as a country. That is it, guys. So we're just gonna reload this. As soon as the reload is done, we can actually see how the data model looks like. So there's gonna be a relationship that you'll see over here. There you go. Alright, now we're all set with the data model in QlikView, or we just go back and go to the app, and we're gonna go ahead and create a new sheet in this app. So we're gonna call that as population, and that's it. So we just hit on the create new I'm sorry, population and just go into the edit mode. In this we got this map where we're going to load here, add to the sheet, layers, add layers, sorry, this background I'm going to turn it on to make it use OpenStreetMaps, and then add a dimension. So we got this dimension called, I'm going to use country out of it, and I'm going to have to create a expression, and that's going to be a simple if I got that, I'm gonna pick up one of the fields, insert right here. That's it. That is it. So now I'm gonna go to the appearance, go to the colors and legends. Hold on a second. So this is colors and legends. I'm just gonna make it that you use it from one of my measures. And that's about it, guys. So again, pretty simple. So you just finish on that is done. So this what you see here, you know, you got the population being represented in the charts of maps in QlikSense as well. So that's about it, guys. So we had the Spotfire, we got the QlikSense and the Tableau. So all of these can represent maps pretty well, and you know, competing against each other in this BI market for quite a while now, and do this work, you know, quite really well. So reach out to me if you have any questions, or please post your questions on this blog, and you know, we can discuss more about it and few other things that, you know, we talk about these three tools and many more to come. Alright, thanks for watching my video.